Hi, this is Eric from Black Market Exchange. We wanted to go over today on how to find company filings. All publicly traded companies in the stock market must report their financial information or any other information such as change in officer positions or other documents with the Securities and Exchange Commission. So you can simply just type in www.sec.gov and it'll bring you to this website we see here. And what we'll do is we'll go to on the right side, you see Search EDGA for company filings. We'll go ahead and click on that. And now we have, you can type in either search by the company name or you can search by the ticker symbol, the company name. So let's use Nike for example, since they recently had quarterly earnings. Here we have Nike up top. We know it's the right one because they list rubber and plastics footwear. It's also listed as being in the state of Oregon. So we'll click on that. And you can see all of the filings listed here by date order. So the last one is from 9/30 and this is an 8K form. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. In the 8K form, we'll go ahead and select this top one here. And as you can see, it lists the company information right from the beginning. So the date of the report, their IRS number, their state of jurisdiction, where they're located in Oregon, zip code, phone number, and of course the Nike name and company logo with the swoosh. And if we just scroll down, this was a simple report. It was quick. It was just to talk about there was a public telephone call held on September 24th of this year going over the fiscal quarter that ended August 31st of this year. And so it's not much to it. So 8K, and next we'll look at a 10Q as well as a 10K, which are the main financial documents that you'll be looking for in a company when you want to search for fundamental information, just to see how much they've been gaining income or losing, revenue, profits, cost of production, etc. So let's go ahead and look for a 10Q form, and the last one here. It's filed on April 7th, and we'll go ahead and click on the top one. So as in the 8K form, same information, company logo, IRS number, telephone number, and we can just scroll down and we'll see. So part one, financial information, statements. You can see here we have by year, and it lists like current assets, cash equivalent. This is your simple balance sheet for the company. And as we scroll down, we'll have the quarterly information. So 3 months ending February 29th of 2014 and 2013. And we can see that revenues increased from this period last year. Cost of sales increased from this last year. Gross profit increase. Some other information. So dividends, basic earnings per common share, and diluted earnings per common share. So we see that last year it had listed of basic earnings of 23 cents per share, and the diluted earnings was 22 cents per share. The difference between basic and diluted earnings is simply the basic earnings is accounting for not paying out any shareholders. The diluted earnings is after shareholders have been paid out. Those are the earnings. And we can continue to scroll down. We'll see there's cash flow statements. Here's some other documents, summary, significant policies, and a great thing that we can do here is let's actually use let's go to Apple. They'll have a better example of this. What we can do is so we can type in the ticker symbol, and here we go right to Apple. Notice that when I went to the ticker symbol instead of the company name search, it brought up Apple right away as opposed to giving me a couple different options to sift through. So we'll look at Apple. Let's look at their 10Q form, which was filed on July 23rd of this year. We'll go ahead and click on the first one, and you can see Apple Incorporated. Same thing as Nike, zip code, where they're located, Cupertino in California. And here's all their information. It's a slightly different setup, but the information is still the same. You can see their net sales for the last quarter at this time compared to this year's went up. The cost of sales actually went down. Some other things, research and development expenses went up. Just pretty much everything you would like to know about the financial data of a company. You can see here earnings per share. So there's a basic earnings and a diluted earnings. And the difference is the basic earnings simply covers earnings per share not factoring in the paying out of stock of shareholders. So the diluted earnings per share is normally going to be lower than the basic earnings per share because the amount of money to pay off the stockholders is now not factored in. So if we scroll down, we'll still see some comprehensive income here. We can keep scrolling down and cash flow statements. So you can see they're due in 9 months here. So 9 months in the end of June of last year and June of this year. Scroll down some more. So what we can do is if you want to hit Control F, or if you're using a Mac, you can use Command F, and you see it drop down a little search box at the top, and you can search a document for any term or phrase for any specific item. So let's say we want to find information on the iPhone. We can type in iPhone in search, and it brings up all of the times that iPhone is listed in the document. So we have the first one here is company sales, iOS device. Let's find something here with some good information. So this is great because it just brings out all of the information that you want to see. And let's keep scrolling here. Successful launch, US dollar. Keep scrolling down. Let's go back up some here. And so let's look right here. We have unit sales by product, so we can see that for the 3 months ending of June of last year compared to the 3 months ending of June of this year, there's been more units sold compared to last year of the iPhone. And if we also look at the iPad, Mac, and iPod, the iPad has actually decreased at this time this year while the Mac has increased. And of course iPods have decreased since everyone is using their phones now. We can see the net sales by operating location. So if we look at the Americas, sales have went up. In Europe, sales have went up. China sales have went up, and as we notice in Japan, sales are roughly still the same. So if we want, a 10K and a 10Q, 8K forms are very informative about a stock's performance. If we want to look at a brief S1 form, which is similar to a prospectus, go ahead and look at this. Let's go ahead and try for GoPro. Since GoPro is a little bit sooner, it'll be easier to find theirs. So type in search for GoPro. We'll scroll down. So here we have S1 filings. Let's go ahead and click on that. And we'll click on the first one, Form S1. And as you can see, this is the registration to make it public. I mean, it basically has every information. These documents, as well as the other documents, can be fairly long. So that's why that Control F or Command F can be useful. But now this is GoPro simply telling about their company. You can see the logo here. Their proceeds. These are all the underwriters for the company. A couple pictures talking about the product, and we have table of contents. So they have a summary, management, other information, and it just gives you a brief overview. So if you ever have an initial public offering or an IPO of a company, an S1 or a prospectus is always something good to look at. But make sure you just kind of sift through using the Control or Command F to kind of find the data that you need. And that's pretty much everything in terms of for searching for filings in the Edgar database using the SEC website. It's fairly simple. It's all free information, and it's always at your disposal and can help you with strategies in the future. Thank you.